Hey guys, what's going on? It's the Crypto Analyst here. I hope all of you guys are having a good morning, evening, wherever you guys are from. Today we're going to be answering the question of will Ethereum take over Bitcoin? If you guys are interested on this topic, please make sure you guys stay for the entire length of the video, as there will be important information discussed the entire way through. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and dive right on into the topic, guys. This is a very big topic. A lot of people asked this, and I just had someone in my Discord ask this as well. As we are seeing Ethereum close its way in on Bitcoin, and it's something that people have been speculating because of Bitcoin's lack of utility as of lately. Bitcoin has been getting dropped by a lot of major I don't want to say providers, but a lot of major supporters. Microsoft being one of them, and a couple other big names. So I think the question is not if it will take over Bitcoin, but rather when it will take over Bitcoin. This is something that is bound to happen unless something substantial and radical happens from Bitcoin's point of view, and it's not something that the Lightning Network that they have is going to save them from. It's going to need to be something more than that if Bitcoin needs to if they want to keep their #1 spot. So we're going to dive into a couple of reasons here, because I'd hate to just say that without backing it up at all. So I have a couple articles. Also CoinMarketCap pulled up, but so what we have here is this is a Steam It article. Go Steam It. You guys know I love Steam It. I think it's great. Anyway, so what we have is this is kind of explaining it. So this is one of the points I want to make, is that every time that we have Ethereum dip and bounce, and every time Ethereum moves, it keeps on moving closer and closer to Bitcoin. So right here, this is a great analogy of it. As you know, every time it moves, we have the big Ethereum representing a big gap in its difference between Bitcoin, but it's growing smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, and it's stepping up, guys. And so Ethereum is really getting close. And if you guys saw at the beginning of the month, or at the beginning of the year, excuse me, we had Ripple take over Ethereum in the #2 spot for cryptocurrencies, and we had Ethereum go to #3. But then when Ethereum bounced back, it bounced all the way from around $700 or $600 to over $1,300. So that was an incredible jump from Ethereum, and it bounced back even harder. And I believe the difference between it and Bitcoin was something like $20 or $30 billion. So it was extremely close, and now it's about 60 billion. So it's about double that now, double as far away, but it was growing extremely close, and a lot of people are speculating and freaking out and saying that Bitcoin was just, it's just crumbling. But back to this article, they brought up a lot of really good points, just stating that Bitcoin is just, is lacking a couple things. For one, Ethereum is faster. For two, it's cheaper, and for three, it has a much broader use. It can be used for a lot of more things. So these people agree with me in stating that they say, so at this point, the question isn't if Ethereum will catch Bitcoin. The question is when will it catch Bitcoin. Extremely important to know that, because if you guys are holding Ethereum, it is something that you guys are going to be looking forward to, especially for those the Ethereum whales. And I've been telling people, at least the people that I know IRL, that if you hold Bitcoin, while it will go up, there are a million other coins to hold that are better. You will make more money holding most altcoins than you will holding Bitcoin. And so what this is going to do is this is going to do a couple things for the market. Everything is tethered to Bitcoin at the moment. So when Bitcoin goes up, everything else goes up. And when Bitcoin goes down, everything else goes down. This is kind of annoying because a lot of coins, can be coming out with a bunch of good news, and they can still be going down because they are tethered to Bitcoin. And that, while this isn't the case for all of them, it is the case for 95% of coins. And there are now 1,523 coins. So Bitcoin is kind of just dragging everything along with it. What we can hopefully see as a result of this is that when Ethereum takes over Bitcoin, we will see less of a tyranny, or I don't know what the word would be, tyrannic rule of these top coins dragging everything along with them. So hopefully we can see that, in that they won't fluctuate the entire market so hard because one or two coins are doing good or bad. I'm hoping that that when Ethereum takes over, it will help with that problem, because that is something that the crypto world has been having to deal with now for since cryptos came out in 2009 when Bitcoin launched. So I believe that the big reason of why Bitcoin is still where it is because of its name, guys. It was the first one, it was the first big crypto, and it came out and it created it, and that's great, but it's starting to grow old. It's been 9 years. It's almost, we're going on the 10th year anniversary of Bitcoin next winter, so or next January. So while it is great, guys, and they are still improving on it, and it's a big name, everyone knows what Bitcoin is, it's just growing old, and it just needs to be replaced, in my opinion. I'm going to get a lot of hate for saying that, but it's something that is going to need to happen. It's not necessarily a bad thing, and if you own Bitcoin, guys, there are every single crypto exchange, almost every crypto exchange, you can transfer your Bitcoin into something else, and I always tell my friends that I would not recommend holding Bitcoin, but that's just my opinion. So another huge reason of why Ethereum is going to take over is because it's easier and it's simpler to mine. You guys, you can get more Ethereum much easier if you're a miner than you will Bitcoin. That's why we are starting to see people mine Ethereum rather than Bitcoin, because you can make more money off of it. And there's no reason to be making half as much money on something while you could be making, you know, double that. So why would you ever mine Bitcoin over Ethereum? There's very few cases where you'd ever want to. So that's just my 2 cents on that topic as well. And just pretty much what I've stated so far is that it's faster, it's cheaper, it's easier to mine, and then we also have a thing right here. So I'm going to read a little statement from this middle paragraph here. It says, "While Bitcoin was designed to function as a peer-to-peer electronic payment system, Ethereum was designed for smart contracts that execute when specific conditions are met." This is huge because Ethereum is something that helps blockchain apps as well. And so what they're doing is they have been networking with so many different like little apps and just like all these different, I want to say media platforms, but I don't even know if that would be the right term, but they have just been branching themselves out with connections. And while Bitcoin is doing stuff with like the KFC bucket in Canada, and you can buy like basketball tickets with Bitcoin now, it's very impractical because, again, the fees and transaction times are extremely high. There's no reason to pay like an extra $20, $30, $15 for a transaction that's going to take a couple hours. So we'll see what happens here, but those are just a lot of the reasons of why Ethereum is going to take over Bitcoin, and why I believe that's not a question of if, but rather an answer of when. And a lot of people are seeming to agree with me here. And you have all these like big names on Wall Street that bought Bitcoin when it was like $15, $50, $100, and they're all saying it's gonna be huge and it'll never get taken over, and it's going to go on another run to $50,000 or $100,000, which is very possible as the market grows here. But I think that Bitcoin's chances of growing are growing slimmer and slimmer as time progresses, and by the time that Bitcoin does catch up with their transaction fees and time, that other cryptos are already going to be so far ahead. So I think that's something to take note of, guys. And remember that now this is not professional financial advice. This is simply my opinion on the matter, and some of you guys could care less for that. But I'm here to give you guys what I just also, all of that what I just said, or a lot of it was just all factual. I try to keep it to facts. I know I threw my opinion in there a little bit, but I was not, nothing I said was fake news. And if it was, please make sure to call me out on it in the comment section below, and I will make sure to post or make up for that either on my Twitter or on my YouTube. So that's about all I have for this video, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys did enjoy this video, do not forget to like and subscribe, guys. Liking and subscribing to the channel really helps me out a lot, and it has been growing recently. And if you guys really did enjoy the video, make sure you guys share it. So if you guys have any video suggestions, as always, you guys can either put those in the Discord, which is in the link below, as well as my Steemit, or you guys can put those in the comment section below. I'm very active, and I like to talk to everybody that is a part of my channel. So if you guys ever have anything to ask, do not be afraid to ask it. That's going to be it for this video, guys, but until then, I'll see you in the next one.